Let's bring in the next one here. The Toronto Raptors at the Philadelphia 76ers. I hate my pick on this one because I love myself the Raptors. And, dude, I was talking so much shit about just give James Harden, just give Joel Embiid another star that's going to help him out. And they'll just go at least to the finals. The last part of that season, they didn't look too good. But let me bring it in here. Let me get this intro. Wow.
No. Oh, no, they didn't.
That's my thing. That's my first interjection here. Wow. Can this matchup get any better? All the drama that surrounds James Harden, Embiid looking like he won't get the MVP after all, and all to lose to a starless Raptor. It is a very come on.
Close
Jokic close it out at the end.
Yeah.
Jokic close it out at the end.
Very close, man.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, I was like, it's gonna be Giannis or Jokic, really, because
I thought it was gonna be Joel. It was his time in story wise. You know how the NBA voters go. You know how NBA voters go.
Look, it was his time, but I'm looking at how well these other guys are still actually performing beside him. I'm like, yeah, Joel, you got the scoring title, but I'm like, these guys are doing. It's
wow,
more.
They're going crazy.
It's more.
We digress. And all to lose to a starless Raptors team that simply has length everywhere. We spoke about it beforehand when the Harden trade first happened. How far do the 76ers have to go for the Philly fans to let Harden off the hook? Because we didn't think that they were going to win a championship with this.
They're not.
Check out that video on our Spotify, on our podcast snips from the past.
Not with James being this shaky, but go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. Please check out that video, though, because definitely like to keep us accountable for our predictions. We all agreed that there needed to be at least a finals appearance for James Harden to be left off the hook. No more excuses, especially when you're talking all this shit about leaving this spot, leaving that spot.
Force yourself off of two teams
multiple
in
teams,
2 years.
Come on. What if they get bounced in the first round? Not in the second round, in the first round.
Yeah, if they get bounced in the first round.
Won't the Philly fans miss Ben Simmons?
So here's
at that point.
No.
Because that's not the question. Go ahead.
No, but my thing is youth over all stars. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have Ben, who's younger than James Harden. James Harden's kind of gonna be out the door in a couple of years soon.
I feel like for me, it wouldn't even be about missing Ben. It would just be like, bro, you're a flop.
It's terrible. It's not looking good right now. I even heard from Philly fans that they are in between terror and confident against these Raptors because look at what happened in the past. You know what I mean? Let me say this much.
They built the wall.
A total of 15 players hit the floor in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals that year. The year that, of course, the Kawhi fadeaway in the corner to end the game. Blue Gatorade on his tongue. Nasty. Just
what?
4 will play. Watch it, bro. He's got all the blue Gatorade on his tongue. Just 4 will play in this series, though. Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, flop. Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and Danny Green. That's actually 5. I don't know why they put 4 right there. So, in Game 7, the 76ers lost the series because they were outscored during Embiid's fewer than 3 minutes of rest by 12 points in what finished to be a 2-point Raptors win. That is to recall the last game in the series from the last matchup that they had in the playoffs when Kawhi was on the Raptors. Who wins this matchup? This first round matchup between the Rotating Raptors. I like that name, the Rotating Raptors.
That's corny.
And corny. Where'd you hear that from?
Corny but cute.
I hate you, bro. You know what corny means, right?
I said corny but cute.
I hate you,
like,
bro.
It's cute.
That's a good ass name.
That's corny.
Because they always rotate and switch everything. The Rotating Raptors and the Drama Ridden 76ers. Since Skipton wants to give out corny shit, let's see your corny ass
answer.
Prediction.
All right.
I'm throwing it out already.
I got the Raptors in 6.
Oh wow.
Only because here's the main reason why. So there are 2 people that are unvaccinated in the Philadelphia 76ers.
Who else besides him?
Paul Millsap.
That's shit. Yeah, I get you.
You can't. It's gonna be kind of hard when you only have Matisse Thybulle for only 2 games like that, and you kind of need.
No.
You really.
But you need Thybulle, but you don't need Paul Millsap.
You don't need.
And
You
all
do
the
and you don't. You
all
do
the
and
players
you
on the
don't.
Raptors are running that man's out the gym.
No, I feel you. No, they are, but I think missing Thibault, that's gonna be a big one.
No, yeah, I
Yeah,
get. I
Missing
got that
Thibault
one.
is gonna
That's
be
a
a
great
big one
point.
for
That's
sure.
a great point.
And I think, like you said, you call them the rotating Raptors. The Raptors have a pretty good defensive scheme. They're all big and lengthy enough.
Nick Nurse.
They're
switch
built
between-
nicely to
Right.
defend Joel.
They can all switch 1 through 5.
Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse,
Nice, nasty.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse is gonna put together a great
Yeah, I
game
think
plan
he might.
as usual.
I think he might show Doc Rivers a little something too. bro.
Ooh,
He's
yeah.
definitely-
Oh, hell
he's
yeah.
definitely gonna stick it to Doc Rivers for
Doc
sure.
Rivers
No,
is dependent
no,
on
yeah.
He's gonna
DJ.
stick it to Doc Rivers for sure.
He's
And then
gonna
it's
do
hard.
that.
No, I
and-
think because I feel like Nick Nurse is gonna do something that make Doc Rivers not look like the coach he's been looked at for so long. You know,
Yeah,
I
get
think it's
you.
gonna go there.
Keep
Yeah.
going, get there.
And then another thing I wanted to say was Stevie made me forget my point.
Sorry, sir.
It's all good, but it'll come back to me.
So how many games though? Did you say 6?
I said
Yeah, you
6.
said six.
6
Yeah.
games.
I said
6 games.
Pascal on that little spin move, they finna do a lot for
Come
sure.
on, bro. Come on. Why you keep doing my man's like that? He's nasty with
Pascal
it.
and that spin
Really?
move
Here's the
finna
thing.
do a
Well,
lot.
He always
I
used to
mean-
shoot out of the spin. Now he's passing out of the spin. Really nice, man. And he has been finishing around the rim a lot better. I think he shot like 42%. He's like 10th of a point away from shooting 50% from that close when it comes to like, I think it's like 18 foot to like 5 feet or something like that. So he's been a
Yeah.
lot better in the mid-range game and the little floater game. Joel Embiid might have something to say about that, but if my mans can pass out off of that, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What is your prediction on this one, Steven?
I'm picking Raptors too. Yeah, 6 games because I mean, like James Harden is still playing, but at the end of the day,
Oh, that's what it was. Keep going.
yeah, but at the end of the day, bro, Fred, I
Mm.
feel like he can do what he wants this series. Pascal, I feel like he can do what he wants this series. Gary Trent Jr., I feel like he can do what he wants too.
So left out.
I feel like all those guys can do what they want, and they can shut down Joel, which is the main thing.
I don't know about that one.
They can.
All right,
all
like,
right,
like,
yeah,
like,
all right,
like, like,
you
like,
know, all right, yeah,
building
you know
a
what, you know
wall
what?
And he'll not be
No, no,
as
no,
efficient.
no. All right, yeah. Look, I'll amend that.
Not
They-
when-
not as far as shutting. They are built to defend him, but yeah, as far as it goes, outside of that, I don't see anyone else really stepping up outside of Joel.
I feel like they'll get the ball out of his hands, but I don't think they'll defend him straight up.
And I don't. I
And he'll
don't.
be-
I,
and he'll
I
not
don't
be
expect.
efficient.
No, I don't expect him to get one man on him. Hell no.
But no, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't. No, yeah, no. Why would I do that?
yeah,
That's
I
like
get you.
doing that with Giannis.
Man,
No, I wouldn't
so-
do that.
So I love to be consistent, and I've been on these Raptors pretty much all year, just talking about how they're sleepers, and they have a lot of great players that can rotate once again. And I was one of the people that was talking about how the Raptors are going to beat the Warriors, and that was before the KD injury. That was before Klay Thompson's injury, of course, even though it was more at the tail end of that series. What I really wanted to talk about was, first of all, the matchups and how they can switch everything. How, Kyle Lowry is a really nice man on the defensive side. How Fred VanVleet actually was the wild card, and he showed out in those finals, right? So
He balled.
the biggest part
Big
about
head
it,
Fred.
right, was Kawhi, though.
Yeah.
So let me look
Yeah.
at this team now. You have Scotty Barnes, you have OG Anunoby who came
I
back.
didn't even mention him. That's yeah.
You still have
X factor,
Pascal.
though.
You have, of course, Fred VanVleet. Both of those guys are still from that last team. You just mentioned Gary Trent, who can play a lick of defense as well,
He
and
can
who
hoop, though,
and he
bro.
can fucking hit them threes as well.
Still got Chris Boucher.
You
off
got
the
a
bench.
lot.
Yeah.
Yes, you got a lot of length. You got a
Precious
lot of
Achiuwa.
help.
You said OG still
And
there, right?
yes,
Oh,
well, he
yeah.
came back, so he was
Sivy?
injured for a lot at the end, and so I
Yeah,
still don't think
know,
that he's
but
up to par.
but
He'll play. He'll
but
play.
I was just making sure he wasn't one of the men they traded too, though, because
No,
Norman
yeah,
Powell
no,
got
I don't
shipped
think
out.
Nah,
Yeah.
because they locked up OG after the bubble, so OG's there to stay.
When OG hit the game winner against the
Yeah,
Heat.
against the Celtics.
Shit was
Oh, it was the
Crazy.
Celtics. Yeah, the
That shit
Celtics.
was
Excuse me.
cold.
So
Crazy.
then, and then you look at the 76ers team. What at this point, what good can you say about him? Tobias Harris isn't playing up to his standards. How much he's getting paid?
198
He's
minutes.
never
nothing.
played up to that contract.
He hasn't.
though.
Never will.
You have Danny Green, who hasn't been himself for how many years since he possibly played on the Lakers.
Since he left
that was like the last of it.
Since he left the Spurs, really.
He was nice on his first stint after
I
the
was
Spurs. With the Raptors,
he
nice.
did solid with the
he was
Raptors
nice.
too.
He was okay.
He was okay with us,
He just
even
had
though
that
he
one-
made me
he
made
just
me
had
mad. He made me mad some moments, but Danny Green was
watching-
alright with us.
I'm watching these 76ers games, and I'm seeing. Let's talk about their main offensive style real quick. So what happens is that James Harden tries to get the switch. If he doesn't switch, he either picks a matchup between him and this man's and goes ISO, whoever he switches on, or whatever he ends up with the matchup, or he sees a better matchup with Joel and then passes it to Joel. Let's talk about James Harden real quick, because James Harden picking between himself and somebody else, whoever that may be, he's going to pick himself. Now,
Look, James
what,
Harden.
Wait, one more thing. What matchup is he going to get screened from Joel Embiid?
Who are we talking
and
about?
then he gets switched. I'm talking about James
He's
Harden
saying
as a
playing
ball
the
handler.
Raptors.
When he's playing the
yeah,
Raptors,
it's not gonna work.
and he gets a screen by Joel Embiid, who in a switch, who's guarding Joel,
Okay.
is James Harden gonna go ISO on and light that matchup?
Right.
He better
Name
not.
one guy.
Yeah.
He better not.
Maybe Fred, but Fred's not switching
Yeah,
from
Fred's
Joel
not- yeah, Fred's
onto
not-
him.
yeah, Fred's not coming back
That's
that's
not
not.
gonna
That's just
happen.
not a switch he's getting.
So
No.
so that's James
Unless
Harden.
they really work to set that
and
up.
then when I do like the matchups from Joel after a switch, James Harden still doesn't pass it to Joel. He's like, I got this.
Yeah.
And then now, guess what? He depends on free throws. It's no secret. It gets tighter inside of these playoffs. And he crumbles under pressure. It's always been said,
He
especially
does.
with the way that it
He
happens.
does.
He gets a little
I
passive.
seen it.
So
I
ultimately,
seen it.
He's
twice.
had some big moments, but in the playoffs, yeah, no.
it's bro, and I talked about it too. Like just give Joel. He's playing so well right now. Just give him, when the trade happened, just give him a star. If he comes on this team and he can just produce a little bit, it's gonna be great.
Facts.
Well, they got rid of Curry as well, and that was kind of a big loss to get a James Harden. And oh my God, James isn't gelling with
Oh
this
my
man.
God, what happened to Virgil? I had to say it.
Oh Lord Jesus is
There is a dumpster fire going on in the 76ers. I am so
agree,
worried if
bro.
I'm a 76ers fan. It's either they go hard and they blow these mans out because they got a good game plan, word to Doc Rivers, but no, I do not believe in him.
I don't trust that man.
I believe in Nick Nurse.
You don't trust Doc or you don't trust the 76ers?
Neither.
Neither. I really enjoy Joel Embiid. I think, honestly, I don't think that he's the MVP because I would rather have somebody who's more dominant than him, a Giannis, or somebody that makes all my players better, a Jokic. And I think the Jokic
He had a
story is better.
dominant year, but just not more
He's good.
dominant than Giannis.
He's
it's
great.
it's
No, yeah.
just
He's-
it's just
it's-
that. It's just really
Gian-
that,
Nah,
bro.
yeah, 'cause
He really
Giannis-
did have a dominant year,
Yeah.
but Giannis was just this much more dominant. It's
I'm gonna
okay.
say this much.
It's nothing to be
It's
sad
not.
about.
It's not going to be good. I got him in 6 games. Come on, only 2 wins against this Raptors squad.
But it's
That
it's
is tough.
It's just not a
And-
good.
and
It's
guess
not
what?
a good matchup either, though,
And
bro.
guess
It's
what?
this really is.
So
a
wait,
good
you taking the
matchup for
Raptors?
Oh yeah.
this. Yeah.
We got another unanimous. Holy shit.
I
We got
really-
3 in the episode.
I said it when it trade first happened. The 76ers are gonna go long. I've been watching them lately. James Harden is really tearing this team. He was so nice at first. Now this
Yeah.
team's going down. We didn't even
I didn't
mention
think he would be a
Tyrese
gr-
Maxey
I
this whole
didn't-
time.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
Damn,
You know
we
why?
haven't.
Because it
Because
doesn't really
he's-
matter.
No.
Because James Harden is not bringing him in.
No.
I don't want to say it's not that he doesn't really matter.
No,
it's just that
because
James
James
Harden.
Harden's
I
fault.
feel
It's
like
sticking it up so
James
much.
Harden's gonna blow
Yeah.
them out of the playoffs.
And then it's
pretty
even
much,
what
bro.
Jalen Rose said today on
Them sold out dates.
them
Nah.
sold out from
Yeah.
3, 5 of 11, 6 of 14,
No, them
12
is,
of 13.
Them was overall field
Yeah.
goals too, bro.
4 of 12,
Can I say something?
6 of 13. What the fuck is going on?
Let me say one thing.
Oh shit. What you gonna say?
The 76ers can win this matchup if the Raptors continue to send double teams at James Harden and then he passes out like kind of like a triangle to the perimeter and then they make one extra pass into a Joel Embiid inside and they don't figure it out, which I don't think Nick Nurse will continue to fall for that. And then Joel Embiid is able to dominate against
Really?
a 1v1 matchup already in the paint. Then I really think that can
Really?
take over. But ultimately, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to fall for it.
The series, I guess the series kind of hinges on James, but
It is all about James.
is not.
Are you gonna be a team player, or are you gonna play the same bullshit you've been doing at the end of the season?
He's gonna keep. He's gonna do what he's always done, bro. Because I don't feel like he's really. Does he care?
That's a really good point.
I think he does.
That's
care.
a really good point. Does he though? Because he would have
think
got
he
the
does.
job
I
done
mean,
at
bro.
one of
no,
them.
bro. Like you can say it. You think he does. He can say the right things, but bro, actions are actions, and we are looking at him and we are saying
Actions
this
speak
is
louder than
not.
words.
This is not gonna produce what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get him what he wants. He's not gonna win a championship.
Dude.
Showing us 7 for 18.
It's tough. Let me say this much because I also read this in an article. Embiid Harden pick and roll has destroyed traditional drop coverage. I don't think that's the style of the Raptors. They're
Hell
more
no.
aggressive and they'll get after you and make the road. What did I call them? The rotating Raptors. They're all playing up and then somebody's gonna drop in.
They're intercepting. Bro.
We'll see how that goes.